Hi guys, this is Rambo, and today I am excited to bring you AMC uh, analysis and some price prognostication based on my Wolfe wedge indicator, and also we'll be taking a look at ILUS. First of all, AMC, I'm pretty excited. I pretty much prognosticated this downward trend here. Why? Because there is a Wolfe wedge. If you see this purple line right here, this wedge, that is the Wolfe wedge. It's the indicator that I have built by script. And what it basically does is it forms a wedge based on this first wave here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 2 sets up the height of the wedge. 2 to 3 builds the depth of the wedge. 3 to 4 then comes up and solidifies and confirms, and then the downward trend here builds what we call a bear trap. Now, preferably in a really perfect wedge, you have closure, which we do here. And the downward trends from 2 to 3 and 4 to 5 parallel each other. These are awfully close to parallel. And then what you want on the bear trap is traditionally you want no resistance coming down. We do have a couple of days right here, some consolidation right here, but this is looking pretty nice and smooth. I would like it to be a little bit more steep, but that's okay. Something else to learn about the wedge is two very important things which makes this powerful. The wedge is also a timeline. So when these two meet, it gives you a timeline. And right here, it gives me July 6th, which is, I believe, a Tuesday. And then the other important line is the 1 to 4 line. That is a target price line. And then what you do is you come here to the end of the wedge and you come up to the target price, and it gives you an indication of when it could hit that target price. So on this Wolfe wedge, July 6th, we have a target price of $82. So now the Wolfe wedge isn't 100% guaranteed. Obviously, else all of us would be billionaires. There's a lot of things that come into play when dealing with the Wolfe wedge. If you look here, this was a bull trap Wolfe wedge back here. There's 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and here's the target price for that bull trap. It came all the way down and it got close, but it bounced off of this resistance. So resistance lines do have an important role to play in this working. There are a couple resistance lines within this Wolfe wedge coming up forward to. There's 3 of them. There's a major one at 60.99. But what
Hey, you got a Gmail.
what I would like to see is the downward trend continue down. And the thing is, the strategy is it works like a rubber binder. Farther and farther it goes down, it's like more and more you're pulling back the rubber binder, and more it's going to go. Now there are a couple of areas where I think that the price could come down to before it bounces up. We got resistance here, or support, I'm sorry, at 49.82. So it could come down and just bounce off of 49.82. With that kind of a shallow pullback, I would not expect it to hit the target line. It might come up here and test this area at around 58, 51 or so. The next support is at 46.19. If it does get down here, then we can be testing and maybe even getting to the target price. Also, the last one, which is the one that I would really like it to see hit, is the Fibonacci 50% line on this is the daily chart, so each candle is a day. That would be $44.65. And coming down now, here's the time again. Now because I'm a little concerned, is this is a shallow downtrend. So I'm expecting it to maybe hit 44.96 at around this coming Tuesday, which would be the 29th. And then we have 3.5 days. This is a fair amount of time. I would like to see it a little bit steeper, because more time we have, better of a chance we have, and more time to reach that target price. But as long as we have around 3 days, this is a pretty good setup for it to getting close and near this target price. So I'm not necessarily saying this is what's going to happen, but this is what the Wolfe wedge is predicting. If all goes to perfection, the Wolfe wedge is very, very accurate as far as percentages are concerned. I would say it hits around 60% of the time. So definitely, for sure, after we hit one of these support lines, we will see a bounce. So there is a bounce coming, just as we have seen right here. It's just consolidation, but this time I believe it's going to break this resistance, come down, but then we're going to have a really, really good uptrend. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, blah, 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 blah. So this is entertainment. So that's what I'm expecting with AMC here in the next, for the next week. And then as we come over to ILUS, oh, I'm sorry. Guess what, guys? I made a mistake. That was on the 30-day 4-hour chart. The 30-day 4-hour chart on AMC. I'm just winging this. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just not that kind of a guy right now. So maybe one day I will, but right now we're not going to be doing that stuff. I just don't have enough time. ILUS. Now this is the daily chart. So each chart, each candle is a day, and we've been going through this for a while, and it's pretty much done when I expected it to. This is one out of the three scenarios I gave. I still have my target price right here. What ILUS did is it came down, it broke that resistance line, and as I said, I was waiting for it then to break this one, but then it on the 23rd, it dipped back down below. The 24th, it just rode that line, so it's just teasing us. But now we have a breakaway into the 65. It hit the 0.065 resistance, and now what I'm thinking is going to happen is now we're just going to have consolidation here. I think we're going to bounce back down here. This is a little scary because it's getting close down to this downward trend line, resistance trend line, but now I believe that will be more like a support. And then we also have support here at 0.58. And what I think now is going to happen is we're going to have a double test of this support line, and that's a sign of really good strength. So I'm predicting Monday, come Tuesday, we will see it come down, bounce off of this support line, and then I think that we are going to see a bounce. I think it's going to test that, and this time it's going to break, and then we will see a uptrend up to like 0.073. And then maybe a downward back to this area right here. I would say, what was that, the 652 area, and then we will continue, I believe, from there to go quite a bit farther up after that. I think we are definitely now on the uptrend. This could come back up and retest this support line here at 6.5, come down, but then I think then we'll go up from there. So either one of these scenarios are good. I'm feeling really confident. I'm hoping that it does retrace down back to this support line, and then that's where I'm going to get in. One other possible scenario is it just takes off after on Monday and actually breaks through, and then we could see a good run up to 0.073 resistance, and then bounce back down to the 6.5 resistance, and then go from there. Again, if we do get a little rest here, then I feel very confident that we'll get up through up to the 9.6 area, and then we might be seeing a retrace down to the upper 70s, and then really take off from there. So things are looking really promising for ILUS. You pay for being a little conservative. I could have gambled and gotten in back here or even back here, but that would have been a lot of sweating to see if it would have went down, or this scenario, which would have went up. So congratulations for you guys who took the gamble this time and it worked. But I would rather be in where I'm confident that I know it's going up. I sleep a little bit better at night, knowing that I have, yes, I've put a little, left a little on the table, and then I'll get out before the top. I'm never the first one in. I'm never the first one out. But guess what? I'm always profiting, and for me, that's winning trading. So that's it for me, for Rambo here today, and good luck, you guys, and looking forward to this Monday. Thanks, you guys. Have a good weekend.